Hello everyone. Let us discuss a few questions from ratio proportions. These questions are asked in a previous year SSC CGL examination 2024. The question says, Raj divides 1200 rupees in the ratio 2:1:3 among three of his friends. The amount equal to the sum of the three times of the largest shares and two times of the smallest share. He is asking for one sum, and that sum is three times of the largest and two times of the smallest share. Okay, let us distribute the shares. He is dividing in the ratio 2:1:3. What he is dividing? 1200 rupees is dividing. Total how many parts? 6 parts it is having. 2 plus 1 plus 3. What is the factor? 6 into 200 is 1200. I want the largest one and I want the smallest one. What is the largest one here? 3 parts is having the largest one. Therefore 3 into 200 is 600. This is one share. And I want the smallest one. One part is the smallest one. 1 into 200 is 200. This is the smallest share. Now what is asking? Sum of 3 times of the largest means into 3 of this largest and 2 times of the smallest. Therefore into 2 of the smallest and add these two shares. Now you will be getting the answer. So this is 400 plus 1800, which is equal to 2200 should be your required answer. Now for the next question, 28.9 is to x, double is to x is to 36.1. So if a is to b, double is to c is to d, then a, b, c, d are called, they are in proportion. Or it can also be represented like, if a by b is equal to c by d, then we can call a, b, c, d are in proportion. And from this I can write it as AD is equal to BC. Our product of endoterms, product of endoterms is equal to product of middle terms. Now from that what I can take? X square is equal to 28.9 into 36.1. See, 9 into 1, unit digit, I am checking the unit digit, 9 into 1 means the last digit is 9. But x square, in the value of x square, the last digit is 9, means in the value of x, the last digit will be 3. So let us check how many options are there with the last digit 3. First two options are having the last digit 3. So in one case we can approximate the things, or else you can also solve for it. How can I solve it? Let us see. X square is equal. Is this 289? I can write it as 17 square, but it is decimal. So generally it is 17 square. Just I am forgetting about that decimals. What is this? 361. Can I write it as 19 square? Because after decimal 1, 2 digits are there. I am just ignoring them. Therefore what I can write? I can write it as by 100. Now x is equal to how much? 17 into 19 by 10. What is 19 into 17? 19 tens 190, 19 sevens 133. 190, 133. This is equal to how much? This is 323. 323 by 10. The answer is 32.3. Okay, this is a question from ratio proportionality theorem. Next. The question says, the income of PQR in the ratio. Income's ratio is given. What is income's ratio? 10 is to 12 is to 9. Expenditures are in the ratio. Expenditures ratio is also given. But it is 12 is to 15 is to 8. If Q saves 25% of his income, then what is the ratio of the savings he is asking? Therefore, one person saving is given and he is asking for other person's saving. See, what person saving is given? Q's. Therefore, let us work on this Q. If I assume this is a multiple of x, like 10x, 12x, 9x. Let us assume it has a multiple of y, 12y, 15y, 8. Q saving. Saving is nothing but, can I assume it as income minus expenditure? Therefore, what is his income here? 12x minus his expenditure 15y. This is equal to 25% of the income. 25 means 1/4. 1/4 of income is how much? 12x. Therefore, 12x minus 15y is equal to 3x, or I can call it as 9x is equal to 15y. X is to y is equal to 5 is to 3. because x by y will be 15 by 9, 3 5s are 3 3s are. So from this, therefore we have got the values of x and y. Now let us see the ratio of the savings. What is the savings ratio? Saving is always income minus expenditure. What is the income here? 10x. Substitute x is equal to 5. 10 5s are 50 minus 12y. 12 into 3, 36. So therefore the first value is 14. Now instead of solving these remaining things, therefore the ratio should be like that. The first value can be 14 or a multiple or any divisor of 14. Not multiple, generally it is divisor of 14. Therefore how many values are there which are factors of 14? There is only one option is there in the given option. Therefore no need to solve for the remaining things. But for your clarity, I'll be solving the I'll be solving for the remaining thing also. 12 into x, 12 5s are 60 minus 15 3s are 45. Therefore the difference is 15. Now 9x, 9 5s are 45 minus 8y, 8 3s are 24. Therefore it is equal to 21. Again, if it is possible to divide with any number, you can go for it, but it is not possible in this case. Therefore the answer is 14 is to 15 is to 20. Next, the measure of three angles of a triangle are in the ratio 17 is to 13 is to 15. Find the positive difference between the greatest and the smallest. See, in any triangle, sum of all angles, sum of all three angles will be always equal to 180 degrees. Here the ratio is given as 17, 13, 15. Total how many parts? 17 plus 13, 30 plus 15. Therefore 45 parts is equal to 180. What can be the factor? Into 4. What is asking? The difference between the greatest and the smallest. In the ratio 17 is to 13 is to 15. What is the greatest one? 17 is the greatest one. What is the smallest one? 13 is the smallest one. What is the difference between them? 4 parts is the difference between them. Therefore, if 45 parts is 180, 4 parts will be how much? Therefore, 4 4s are 16 degrees will be the given answer. Okay. Thank you so much.